Hello, this is Kate from dailytarotgirl.com, and this is your weekly angel card reading. And today I'm using my newest angel card deck, which is Indigo Angel Oracle cards. And I just want to get a little bit of insight, a bit of a snapshot into what the upcoming week has in store for us. Okay, so I'm drawing 3 cards. Each card is going to represent a segment of the upcoming week. I'm going to start with the first card, which represents Monday and Tuesday of the upcoming week. And we have compassion. Okay, so the beginning of the week is about finding that place of compassion within ourselves. And when you're in a state of compassion, whether it's compassion for yourself or compassion for other people, you're letting go of judgment. So judgment's not coming into it at all. So this is about, suspending judgment, suspending opinions, and suspending the urge to give advice or to tell someone what they should do, and just being very present in the moment with basically everyone that you encounter, and particularly yourself. So I feel like this card has 2 meanings, and the first meaning is I feel like everyone watching this is going to be called upon, or they'll feel this sort of need to be particularly compassionate at the beginning of the week. So you might have people in your life who are going through maybe a mini crisis, or people that you work with who are maybe depressed or are going through a whole bunch of changes and challenges, and it's your role to be this sort of solid, grounded presence in their life and to just sort of radiate compassion to them. So, don't judge them or try to give advice or anything like that. And definitely this isn't about caretaking, so this isn't about doing favors for people or even really helping people. It's about just radiating that energy of compassion and unconditional love and acceptance to another person. So letting the people around you know that you're there for them, you'll listen to them and not judge them. The other meaning I get from this card is that it's time to be compassionate for ourselves. And particularly if you've been dealing with a lot of changes or challenges, and maybe if you feel like you've kind of been judging yourself quite harshly, now's the time to be really compassionate and gentle with yourself. And you'll probably find that when you do that, that's when things change. So if you've been trying to make changes in your life, or you're trying to do something and it's just not working out, and then you get mad at yourself and judge yourself, the beginning of the week is a nice time to kind of reassemble yourself, kind of check in with yourself, and bring more of a compassionate energy towards yourself. Okay, so moving into the week, so Wednesday and Thursday. Oh, this is a nice one. It says, "You are not alone." And this is such a powerful card, and I feel like so many of us feel like we're alone, or we're the only ones that feel this way. And this can happen if everyone in your family or your workplace or your friends maybe they're not like-minded to you. So maybe they have different opinions or viewpoints, and perhaps their priorities are totally different from your priorities, and this can make you feel very isolated and as if no one understands you. And especially if you're going through again, a challenging time, and it can be difficult if you feel like no one will understand your challenges if you voice what's going on for you. So this card has come as confirmation that you are not alone. There's many others out there who feel the same, but also that you have a spiritual support system. So you do have guardian angels who are with you all the time. You've got spirit guides. So you have a whole team on the other side, or a whole spiritual team that you can connect with and communicate with and tap into, that can help you get through these times of change and shifting. And it's hard because it's not always obvious that we have spirit guides and angels working with us. You know, it's not always apparent to our five senses, and so this can make us feel very much alone. But the middle of the week is a good time to make an attempt to connect to your angels and your spirit guides. So whether you do that through meditation, or whether you work with angel cards, or whatever your methods are, the middle of the week is a good time to do this. And also searching out other people who are dealing with the same challenges as you are, or not necessarily challenges, but people who have the same goals and the same dreams and priorities, and kind of reaching out and finding people that are like-minded in that way can be a really nice way to feel like you're part of a community and that you're not just all alone. Okay, so the last card represents the weekend, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and this card says stay. Okay. And what I get from this card is that sometimes it's tempting to run from things. So if something feels a bit too intense, it can be tempting to run away from it, or deny it, or procrastinate. So I get I get two kind of meanings with this card, and one has to do with procrastination. So if there's something that you're working on, a project that you're working on that just isn't working, this card is telling you to stick with it. And this doesn't mean you've got to, you know, keep at something that's not working, but don't abandon it just yet. You know, explore the reasons why you don't feel passionate about it, or explore the reasons why you keep putting something off and not getting something done. So don't abandon it just yet. And the other meaning I get is when things get super intense, and this could apply to a relationship, a friendship, a job, or even just having really strong emotions or feelings. When things get really intense, it can be tempting to, you know, like I said, run away from them. And this card is just letting you know that now is the time to not do that. So just to stay with it, particularly when it comes to uncomfortable feelings. So if you're feeling a sense of fear or grief or anything like that, anxiety or stress, instead of trying to distract yourself from the feeling or make it go away, try to go into the feeling and let it exist. So welcome the feeling, and you know, welcome those feelings, and just notice what happens when you don't try to change something right away, even if it's really unpleasant. And just kind of play around with that and see what happens. So I'm just going to take a step back from these cards and see if anything jumps out at me. And I'm seeing lots of blues and greens, and this is the Indigo angel deck, so there's blue and greens in probably every card. But I'm getting this really calming, peaceful sense. So I feel like the most important thing that we can all do this week is find ways to calm ourselves and to find, you know, solace and peace, whether that's somewhere in our home that we can retreat to, or, you know, meditating a little more often this week, but looking for ways to bring kind of that peace and calmness into our daily lives. And I think that will help us a lot with a lot of the changes and the shifts that are happening for so many of us right now. Okay, so that has been your weekly angel card reading. My name is Kate from dailytarotgirl.com, and have a beautiful week.